What's going on, everybody? We're going to go ahead and get ready to get this show started in just a few moments. We're going to get ready to talk Titans Colts, and we're going to get this thing going. We're going to close the book on the victory over the Cincinnati Bengals. And I want you to get your nominees in for the Two-Tone Blue Star of the Week and also done to the day. And we're going to get ready to get this show going. And we're going to start this baby up in less than 60 seconds. Come on in.
Hope you can still go. I never ran, should've known, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter and
Good evening, Titan Nation. How's everybody?
What's going on, Titan Nation? How's everybody doing? Welcome into a brand new edition of TNT Tonight. I'm your host, Chris, aka Blue Enforcer. We're going to have a very good episode on this evening. Before we do get everything started, I want to first of all say thank you to all of y'all for joining in. Definitely make sure y'all share this show out, whether it be on Instagram, on Twitter X, or on Facebook. Definitely make sure y'all follow the channels as well. First of all, follow on Facebook, TNT Enforcers. I'll definitely let you in. And on Twitter X at TNT Blue Enforcer. And then also on Instagram at Titans_in_truth. Definitely follow me there as well. Super chats and of course super chats and cash apps are also appreciated as well. So I definitely do appreciate those also. And one other thing that everybody could do as well is just make sure that you go ahead and give a like to the show. I know a lot of people are still slowly coming on into the show. Had to give me a little water there. But definitely make sure y'all smash that like button for me. I would definitely appreciate that. And then also go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. Definitely hit that subscribe button, and then that way, and hit the all, so that way you could be connected. You could definitely be connected to me, so that way you know anytime that I end up going live. If you can't listen to the entire broadcast, or you need just the audio version, I will have it downloaded definitely before the next day, whether it be on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google, or Apple Podcast. Definitely wherever you listen to your podcast, definitely make sure you download. I try my best to get every episode downloaded. Sometimes I can't get every episode, so I do apologize for that. But I definitely make sure to do that. And hopefully my microphone will, cooperate tonight. Looks like it's going okay for the moment. Let's hope that it stays that way. And see what's going on with that. We'll try to work through all the kinks if there is an issue. But hopefully there will not be one. God willing. Let's see who we got already here. Of course, XD Gamer, our troll, talking about the Jags winning. Type Fox says against the Bills. You're like, yeah. I'm like, I don't know. I don't think y'all are gonna win that game. It depends on where it is. I'm definitely trying to make sure everything is all right. Do y'all have me good? making sure everybody got me good, making sure I'm not glitching because I know sometimes that can happen and everything. So y'all just let me know, and if there is an issue, I'll definitely try to work on it and fix it, and definitely make sure everything is okay and everything. So y'all give me y'all let me know. Y'all give me a thumbs up or give me a yes that my microphone is good, or a no, it is not, and I'll definitely try to work on it and definitely try to fix it. So I'm just trying to make sure. It looks like so far everything it looks like so far everything seems to be okay, and we're going to definitely try to keep it that way. But we're definitely going to close the book on the Cincinnati Bengals. It was definitely a good game and everything. Definitely was fun. It was definitely great. To get a good win on that. It was not. It was good to admit that I was wrong on that, because I actually did pick the Titans to lose, and I probably shouldn't have. But you know what? It's nice to say that I'm wrong. It was nice to, say that I'm wrong, and we're gonna enjoy the we've enjoyed the victory, but now it's time to move on that, and we move on to the Indianapolis Colts. That's who we got up next, and everything. But we did get some news. Coming in, and that is number one, of course. MPF is back practicing now because the suspension got lifted by Roger Goodell. So as of Monday, he was able to be in the building, and he was able to practice today. So he did practice, and of course, the reports are coming out that Nicholas Petit-Frere actually practiced at left tackle. Starting now. So he's been practicing at left tackle, not at right. So it looks like all indications are they're going to keep Chris Hubbard at right tackle. So let me know what y'all think about that and everything. I mean, it's good to have MPF back in the fold so he can get himself ready. And right now, it looks like they're saying that they're practicing Nicholas Petit-Frere on the left side, possibly to dethrone Andre Dillard. We're definitely going to have to see about that, but it definitely does seem like they really like Chris Hubbard on the right side, and he's right now working on the left side. And it also looked like there was some other good news that happened as well. And that is, well, number one, Kyle Phillips is back practicing. He was activated off of IR, and so they have 3 weeks to decide if they're going to activate him or if they're going to leave him, or he goes to IR for good for the remainder of the year. So that doesn't mean he has to start right away, but it is good to have him at practice. Of course, Pierre Tart, Traylon Burks, and Luke Gifford were absent. So we'll find out later. But the good news is that even though those guys not practice, Elijah Molden was limited. Peter Skoronski practiced full for the first time in 3 weeks, so that's very good news, along with Kyle Phillips, another guy. So it's definitely good to have those guys start to come back into the fold. Now, of course, on a bad note, Jonathan Taylor for the Colts, they are, they have cleared him to practice, and so they have a few weeks to decide if they're going to bring him back into the fold. He's not activated off the PUP list, but he is eligible to practice, and so he practiced along with one of their offensive linemen. I believe that was Ryan Kelly, the center. Bernard Raymond did not practice with a concussion, and neither did Kwity Paye as well. DeForest Buckner did not practice, but we'll see what happens on Thursday and Friday. They didn't really have I know the Colts really didn't have a practice. They did a walkthrough today. So we're definitely going to see what does happen. Titan Fox says
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for sticking with me. It looks like I'm back now. Just had to take care of that. I don't know why my mic tends to malfunction like that a little bit. But we are back on the air. We're going to keep this thing going. So let me know if we get good again this time. I don't know. Sometimes with this computer, it will just do that, which I'm looking at something a little bit different. So I am going to be trying to do something with that. So I definitely apologize. But back to it. It's a good game and everything. And we're going to go ahead and move on with the rest of the show and find out who will be our two-tone blue star of the week. And also we'll be talking about stock up and stock down. And so let's go into that. And I want y'all to tell me who is y'all two-tone blue star of the week. Because, you know, we got a big game coming up. Who played well in the last game that really just gave you that satisfaction? And so I mean, there's a lot of guys you could choose from. There's a lot of guys you could pick from. You could pick, of course, Derrick Henry. You could even say Ryan Tannehill. You could say Tim Kelly for calling a heck of a game. You know, definitely the drumline celebration is definitely there. So I see Steven going with, of course, King Henry. And that is, I know that's a pretty obvious choice. Let's see. Mr. Jones going with Tim Kelly. New Jersey Titan fan going with Henry. I definitely could see a lot of people going in that direction. There are some other guys that could be nominated. I mean, you know, the offensive line definitely played a little bit better. You know, the defense played lights out. Get out the borough. Aziz Al-Shire could be another guy. Pig Wickle, what's going on with you, man? Glad to have you here with us. Mr. Jones, Tim Kelly finally understanding what Titan ball means and how to call it. I mean, I think it's getting better. He's definitely getting better. I mean, besides the Cleveland game, I think Tim Kelly has done a pretty fine job, actually, in doing some play calling. So I'm not really against anything that he has said. Mr. Jones says Mason Kinsey. Well, Mason Kinsey got cut, but is back on the practice squad. Of course, that happened today. SD Gamer says Matthew Jackson. Don't know about him. Don't even know who that is. I know he's a special teams guy. But I know that Derrick Henry is the obvious choice. He is the logical choice. And, you know, we all love the king. We all love the king. And, you know, definitely appreciate that. And I see OC615 said, finally got off work. What up, True? What's up with you? But I kind of like that. I'll give it to Tim Kelly. I think the two-tone blue star of the week will definitely go to one Mr. Timothy Kelly. I think he's definitely getting in his bag. So I definitely like Tim Kelly as the two-tone blue star of the week. But y'all know, whenever there's a star of the week, there is a dunce of the day. And, there are a couple of guys that could be the dunce of the day nominee. Definitely. There's definitely a couple of guys that could be nominated for it. There's a particular receiver out there who missed this game against Cincinnati, and he also did not practice today either, which is definitely not a good sign. And then also there's another particular player who is not really showing himself. And that could be a little bit of a problem as well going forward. So give me y'all thoughts on dunce of the day. XD Gamer says Aaron Brewer. I mean, Aaron Brewer, he's all right. He did all right. Mr. Jones says NPF for hurting the team by getting suspended. I mean, we kind of talked about that when the suspension happened, really, to be honest. I mean, yeah, that does hurt the football team when, you gamble and then when you gamble and then you get caught. And so, you better thank Roger Goodell that he decided to lift the suspension. And so, so that would be something right there. But I'm trying to wait to see who some of y'all think. But I think my dunce of the day, I got to go with Harold Landry. I got to go with Harold Landry because besides the game-saving sack he had against the Chargers, he's been a no-show. I mean, Harold Landry really has done absolutely nothing, to be perfectly real. He hasn't really done anything significant. He may have had a tackle here and there, but I mean, other than that, he's really not done anything. And so I have my reservations about him. It's like he's been hurt. He's been missing in action ever since he's gotten the contract. And so I tend to worry about that. Like, Dad, Harold, we gave you a lot of money. Where have you been? And so I need Harold Landry. I need Harold Landry to start sacking the quarterback. I need some sacks. And right now, he hasn't been doing that. And so I am very much concerned about him going forward and everything. So I have my worries when it comes to Harold Landry a little bit. He needs to step up. Carlos says Harold Landry is a ghost. XD said Harold Landry might not be the same player. And I get it. He's coming back from injury. He's coming back from the ACL tear. So I know that is not easy to come back from. Mr. Jones said, I think Harold is getting comfortable on the ACL. He'll gradually amp up his motor. Well, he needs to amp it up. And he also says we got so many dudes we got the quarterback. We might be saving Landry for the stretch run. And I mean that's true because some other guys like Arden Key got a sack and Travis Gibson has showed up. Caleb Murphy was active for the first time this season. So I mean we do have quite a few guys that can get after the quarterback. So it's not a bad thing, but you kind of need your $18 million a year edge rusher to do a little something. And so this will lead into stock up, stock down. As D Game said, I got banned from the Houston Texans. Well, when you're talking crap about that team and you're a fan of the other team, that's kind of what's going to happen. Duh. So let's go ahead into stock up, stock down. And these are some guys who I think their stocks have went up. And here's a guy that I have never really truly been a fan of, but you know what? He just continues to step up. And that's Nick Westbrook-Akine. NWI has been stepping up. All he does is catch the ball when his number is called. And, he's been able to do that. And he's been able to do that effectively. So I definitely do like what NWI is doing. I mean, being that third receiver, and right now that might be the case with Traylon Burks out. Him and Chris Moore are going to get more opportunities. And now, of course, Kyle Phillips will be coming back as well. So that's going to be very interesting. Another guy, Josh Wiley. His number has started to get called a little bit. He caught his first career touchdown pass from Derrick Henry, obviously. And so I like Josh Wiley. He's getting more snaps. And so, I think even Vrabel has said, he has warranted playing more. Travis Gibson's another. Travis Gibson is another guy that has continued to that has gotten, taking advantage of his opportunity. Only played a few snaps, but he got a strip sack. And Mike Vrabel even hinted at that, I believe, at Monday's press conference. He basically said, we want Travis Gibson to play more. We want him to play more. And so he's going to get more opportunities. And, that's always pretty good. And then, of course, the offensive line, a little bit. A little. The offensive line looked like they started to take a step in the right direction. And that is the good thing. But we got to see. We got to see if they can stay consistent. That's going to be the key. If they can stay consistent, and we'll see if there are any changes to the offensive line. I mean, MPF looked like he's starting off at left tackle now, but I don't know if there'll be any changes just yet. Maybe after the bye week. We could see Skoronski coming back, which would be a huge boost to this offensive line. And maybe for right now, MPF and Dylan Radins could be both those swing tackles or swing linemen and everything. So I definitely do like that. And then Tim Kelly. Tim Kelly, called a very good game as well. And, he is definitely showing that he is growing within this offense. Let's see. New Jersey Titan fan says NWI stock rising. Ms. Jones said, Kinsey stay ready at all times. A lot of self-motivation, work ethic. We'll see if he gets called back up, depending on what happens with Kyle Phillips. And everything. So, Kid says, I've always been an NWI fan. He's always been consistent. I mean, I will admit, that is true. He is consistent. I will definitely say that. He goes in and plays and catches the ball when his number is called. I definitely give him that. A couple of stock downs I do have. Again, aforementioned Harold Landry. Don't really have to go no more further into that. He's coming back from injury. I know it's taking him a little time to kind of get back from injury. but he's definitely a stock down. Also, Traylon Burks, didn't practice much last week, missed the game against Cincinnati. Looks like he didn't practice today. We'll definitely see what happens the rest of the week as far as him possibly being available Sunday for this big game. But right now, it's not looking too hot for Traylon Burks right now. So I got him at a stock down as well. And so Mr. Jones says stock up D-Hop. D-Hop, I think as the year goes on, the ball's going to start going to him a little bit more. We're probably going to be playing some weaker defenses, and we know Hopkins knows how to get open. We know Hopkins knows how to catch the football. And so, there were some who said, well, yes, you should get about 5 to maybe 8 targets a game. I'm like, no, he needs more like 7 to 10 targets a game. He's got to get the ball quite a bit. So don't just give him the ball a little bit. He needs to have the ball quite a bit. Definitely. So, I think D-Hop is definitely on his way up. He's still been trying to kind of get himself acclimated to the team as well, and making sure him and Tannehill get on the same page as well. So it's been a work in progress. And so I definitely do like that. The young Peyton Manning. I'm not sure who you're referring to on that one. You're probably talking about Derrick Henry, which that was a cool touchdown pass. No lie about that. Derrick Henry is quarterback 3. That's not a bad thought, though. That's really not a bad thought. But let's keep going, y'all, because now it's time to get into the Colts. And that's what we're going to do. We're definitely going to talk Colts, Titans. And, this is a pretty important game. Kickoff is at noon. Kickoff is slated for noon. And right now, the Titans are, last time I checked on BetMGM, the Titans it was really a pick 'em. But the Titans are the favorite, of course, by 1. I'm trying to see if anything's been changed or updated or anything like that. But right now, at the moment, the Titans are a 1.5 point favorite at the moment. And so this Titan team, because at first the Colts opened as a slight favorite, and then it's changed now into the favor of the Tennessee Titans. And so now the Titans were a 1 point favorite. Now they're 1.5. So it's very interesting to see how the lines have started to change in favor of the Tennessee Titans. And so I definitely do like that. But now there's a lot of, there's things that can be done, but we take a look at the Indianapolis Colts, and the Colts, of course, they're coming in with a record of 2-2 on the year. And these are some of their rankings and everything that they have going on. Right now, offensively, they're 14th in scoring. They're 14th in scoring the ball, 16th total offense in yards, 14th in running the ball, 18th in passing the ball. So pretty middle of the pack when it comes to the Indianapolis Colts offensively. But here's where the Titans may be able to make some headway. Colts defense is not very good, honestly enough. They're 22nd. They're 22nd in points. They're 22nd in points given up. They're 29th in total defense in yards. They're 28th against the pass, but they are also 23rd against the run. And so you got Michael Pittman, who is really becoming a good a really good receiver. Caught a touchdown, 26 catches already on the year. DeForest Buckner, who did not practice today, has 2 sacks already on the year. And so the Colts, I think you could take advantage of them defensively. And you might be able to run the ball and be effective because they were pretty underwhelming against the Rams. And Matt Stafford definitely did some things defensively. I mean, against their defense. And we're gonna get into our Blue Enforcer 4 points to victory in just a moment. But of course, the Titans are in yardage offensively. They are 28th. They're 28th in yards. I mean, in total yards. Of course, in passing the ball, they are also 28th in passing the ball. Of course, middle of the pack in running the football, and everything. And, they're basically 15th in rushing, and then points per game, they're kind of middle of the pack. They're in the 20s. But where the Titans have made their headway is on the defensive side of the ball. That's where they've really made their headway. They are 12th in yards given up per game. They're the 8th best scoring defense. They're 23rd against the pass and 4th against the run. So this game against the Bengals, they've improved in a lot of areas defensively, where they were, definitely not great against the pass. They were giving up 300-yard games or, like 280. And against Joe Burrow, he only had 165. And then, of course, they still consistently have always been good against the run. So the Titan defense is coming. They are definitely coming. I see Payne is in here now. Who's quarterback number 2 right now in the league? We got 2 total fans in here. This bench up a good day again. I would say so. I think this could line up for the offense to have a pretty nice day. I see them having issues again. So, I'm never good at this. All right, how we feeling? Everybody good? Just had to work that out right quick. I definitely apologize for that. Like I said, I'm probably gonna work on getting a computer that will actually do better with keeping this up and everything. So definitely apologize. Thank God it only took a couple of seconds, and it wasn't something that was like how on some of my previous streams where it go out and it takes me like minutes to get it back together. So definitely gonna be there with that. So back in the saddle. We're all good. But the Titans have a chance to really do some damage against the Colts, and they have a chance to take control of this division. Everybody is 2-2. The Titans have not yet played a division game yet. Have not played a division game yet. Everybody else already has a loss in the division. So that's going to be very key. And so now, let's see, Mr. Jones says Titans are going to flush the toilet. Sees AR hasn't seen a defense yet. He'll see one Sunday. We're definitely going to find out when it comes to that. And that's going to be key. And so this leads us into the Blue Enforcer 4 points to victory. Point number 1. We got to keep this momentum going. The momentum that we have coming off of the Cincinnati game, we have to keep it going in this Colts game. We can't have this roller coaster of up and down every other game. You got to start stringing a couple of wins together. It's time to play some consistent football. It's time to kind of build on what you did against Cincinnati. Offensive line maybe continues to gel a little bit. Definitely still continue that balance with Henry and Spears and everything. Defensively, keeping the clamps down on offenses. You definitely got to keep the momentum going, and let's see if we can get on a winning streak a little bit and see if we can get to 3-2 and take control of this division, because that's what this is going to be about, taking control of the division. That's going to be very important. You get this win with everybody else at least having a loss, you put yourself at least a game and a half ahead of everybody else. Number 2, I was struggling with how I put this because I was about to say let the big dog and little dog eat, as in Derrick Henry and Tajay Spears, but saw a clip from Good Morning Football where they were giving a lot of love to the Titans for Tajay Spears. You know, he almost had a fumble but picked it up and gained 26 yards. And then Derrick Henry, of course, doing his thing as normal. They called him Thunder and Lightning. So let Thunder and Lightning flash. Let both of them do what they do best. And so, keep them both going so they can keep teams guessing. Let the king, let the big dog eat. And then sprinkle a little bit of the little dog. Sprinkle in that, that thunder beast and the little lightning. And the little lightning bear, I like to call them. So definitely do that, and we could definitely be very, very successful. And just offensively, use the play action. Play action has been working well. We've got to continue to use that to our advantage. On the other side, number 3, what is always the best way to defeat a good mobile quarterback or a quarterback that has some wheels? You got to keep them in the pocket. And the best way to do that is pressure up the middle from Big Jeff, from Danico Autry. And then from the outside, Landry and Key can close in on him and just don't allow him to have a lane to escape, because that is where AR5, Anthony Richardson, could be dangerous if he gets out of the pocket, starts running, or maybe extends plays. He does have an arm, but, you got to be able to get after him. You got to confuse him a little bit and keep him in the pocket so that he has to force to make a tough throw and maybe make let's help him make some mistakes so that he can turn the ball over. Get an interception or two. Maybe sack him and strip the ball loose and cause some turnovers. This would be a good time for some. It'll be a good time to get a couple of turnovers in this game. That would be really, really nice on that. Definitely get a few turnovers, because I think the Tennessee Titans could definitely use that to their advantage. But definitely keep Anthony Richardson in the pocket. Don't give him a lane to escape, and just suffocate him. Suffocate him and be relentless. Don't let up at all. And then last but not least, number 4, secure the tackle. Early on in the year, the Tennessee Titans were having that issue of missed tackles. We were having some issues tackling people. But I think that's slowly starting to clean up, and things are definitely getting better. We caused a couple of turnovers. We had Burrow, fumble the ball, a couple of times, and, we were definitely able to pounce on it and things like that. We've got to continue that. Secure the tackle, wrap up, bring him to the ground, then try to get that ball loose. You definitely do that and get him in third and long situations. And so that's basically a lot of things that they could definitely do. Let me get to some of y'all comments. Let's see. B-Pay says, Blue 5, my brother. Titans winning 28-17. Let's see. Mr. Jones says Titans going to India, coming back home with a win, 38-13. When you feed the key, everybody eats play action and everything we do. Juan says they just need to make sure they contain him on 3rd and long. I agree. I definitely agree with that too. I do. But at the end of the day, moment of truth, who do I pick to win? Who am I going with? What's the prediction? Titans or Colts? I actually feel pretty good about Titans winning. Ian says 31-14. I know somebody else said 38-13. I know Brandon said 28-17. I'm going Titans 24-13. I'm going 24-13. I was thinking about 27-17. I was thinking about 27-13 or something like that. That's what I was leaning towards. But I'm going 24-13. Titans get the win. And I think they're going to suffocate. I think they're definitely going to suffocate Anthony Richardson and force him to make some mistakes. And, this defense is better. There could be some issues with the offensive line. Bernard Raymond, may not be playing at left tackle. We're definitely going to see about Ryan Kelly. Of course, Quinn Nelson is going to be there. That's going to be a fun matchup between him and Big Jeff again. And Danico Autry always looks forward to playing his former team. So that's something that I definitely am looking forward to. And so I definitely do appreciate. But it's better. It's better. It's just sometimes this thing will cut out. My mic will cut out sometimes, and I don't know why. And sometimes it's a system as well. But definitely a work in progress. I am definitely trying to work out the kinks with this and everything. And I'm trying to have something new instead of the old mic, because I know my old mic was starting to go out. And everything. And plus I was trying to be a little bit more hands-free with that. So right now, Bernard Raymond is in concussion protocol, and he did not practice today. So that is not a good sign that he will be playing. Another guy, DeForest Buckner, did not practice today, but again, DeForest Buckner, it's Wednesday. They had a walkthrough mainly. I see Mo Alley Cox is questionable. Blake Freeland could be going in at left tackle if Bernard Raymond does not play. And then Ryan Kelly, of course, is still going through concussion protocol as well. Kwity Paye and DeForest Buckner definitely did not practice. We'll definitely have to see how they're looking going forward as well. One of their other corners just went on IR and is out for the year. Dallas Flowers, I believe is his name. He's out for the year. Jonathan Taylor has practiced. He is not cleared to return just yet. I'm trying to see if there's any update with that. There was a report that the relationship between him and the Colts is starting to go on the way up. I don't think Jonathan Taylor is playing. I don't think he's playing in this game. But I think they're trying to bring out stuff. They're trying to bring out stuff about him to make us think he's going to play. I don't think Jonathan Taylor is playing. But if he does, hey, we'll be ready for him. We will definitely be ready for him. So, yeah, Mo Alley Cox, don't know if he's playing. That could be something right there. And so we're definitely going to find out what's going to happen with this team going forward. But TNT tonight, thank y'all for being patient. Thank y'all for sticking with me even through the mic gaffes, even through the mic problems and everything. But we're still hanging in there and everything. And so don't really have anything surprising that happened today. Of course, I'm going to give a shout out to the Memphis Grizzlies. They had media day and they had their first practice today. Ja Morant did practice, and even though he will be suspended for the first 25 games of the season, so I think he can play in the preseason. But then once the regular season starts, he cannot be in any team activities or anything whatsoever. I may try to get to the open practice this weekend and maybe see if I could check that out. So, definitely shout out to the Grizzlies. I will definitely try to go live with Down to the T, and I'm gonna make some picks as well. So we're definitely going to see that. I know there was a trade. With the Patriots and the Chargers. J.C. Jackson, one of their best corners, is going back to New England in a trade for some late picks. And then I did see, Brandon, you're right. Looks like Randy Gregory, the pass rusher in Denver, looks like he's gonna get released. So I definitely did see that. Also in the NFL, Chase Claypool, the Bears basically told him, stay home. They basically told him, stay home, don't be around the team. So that tells you right there, he's on his way out of Chicago. So that's going to be very interesting as well. So that's just some news coming out of the NFL and everything. But B Payne said, I'm glad Mac didn't kill it like he did the Raiders. And you know what? I saw that and I was like, what? I was like, are we kidding? Are we really? Did that really happen? And now, going back and definitely heard he put a butt kicking on the Raiders. 6 sacks. And the Raiders, of course, went with Aiden O'Connell as the quarterback. Yeah, I see that. 6 sacks for Khalil Mack. Wow. 6 sacks. That is unbelievable. 6 sacks in one game. I guess, well, I'm with Brandon. At least he didn't do that to us. I'll take it. I'll take it. Let's see. Two-Tone says Titans should give up a 6th-round pick for Claypool. I mean, we could see about that. That would be very interesting. But everybody, I think we're going to wrap this show up. I think we had a good time here on the show. I thank everybody for tuning in to TNT tonight. I'm your man, Chris, a.k.a. Blue Enforcer. I hope everybody has a very good rest of your Wednesday. I'm finna go grab me some food and get ready for the rest of the week. Again, I will be doing a short. Definitely gonna make a quick prediction. I will definitely be making a quick prediction on tomorrow's Thursday night game. That's gonna be coming up. Bears Commanders. I'm definitely gonna do that, and then we'll definitely do the Truth League report. We'll be back on that. Making picks and then also getting ready for the college football weekend as well. So we'll definitely see about that. B-Pay, you can never have enough pass catchers, buddy. Never have enough pass catchers. So Luke said, just got on here. Hey, make sure you go back and re-listen to the show, my friend. But I thank everybody for tuning in. Y'all have a very good rest of the night. Tighten up, because that's all we know how to do. Good night, y'all.